Welcome back, everyone, to Road to Waifu, the series where we talk about all of our favorite waifus. Today is a shorter video, I think. We have a couple announcements mostly to make.
Yeah. So first up, this episode is airing on January 5th. Eric, do you know what January 5th is?
Oh, I know this one. It's the date that Sadie Hunter, The Secret Service, was released in 1996.
I have no idea what that is.
Me neither.
Okay, hard pivot then. It's Hayao Miyazaki's birthday. Eric and I are pretty avid fans of his work, me more so than Eric, and we wanted to do something to pay tribute to him. So, in honor
Look,
of...
it's not that I don't like the movies. They just tend to be a little long and slow-paced.
In this
Or
era of 2-hour movies, what are you talking about?
Fair enough.
So, in honor of his 85th birthday and Studio Ghibli's 40th anniversary, which was last year on June 15th, Road to Waifu presents GhibliFest 2026.
So this year, we're going to have a year-long tribute to one of the greatest storytellers of our age.
As many of you know, Miyazaki is a Japanese animator, filmmaker, and manga artist, but who have we talked about on this channel who isn't one of those things?
Some of his most notable works are Spirited Away, My Neighbor Totoro, and Princess Mononoke.
Well, let's be honest, all of his works are notable.
That's true. He's won over 100 awards for his work, including winning the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature in 2003.
And the Oscar goes to Spirited Away, Hayao Miyazaki.
Changing how the world saw animation as a medium.
He has been recognized for his work with 3 Lifetime Achievement Awards from various academies, as well as a Japanese Cultural Merit Award for his significant contributions to art and culture.
But let's be honest, we're not really here to bore you with the facts about Miyazaki's life. Unless you want to, just ask us. You can Google that shit, honestly, but hang on. You know what? Let me do it for you. Hey Google, hey Gemini, hey Siri, hey Alexa, hey Bixby. Tell me facts about Hayao Miyazaki's life. Actually, do need to shut off my own.
2 hours later.
Dude, I had no idea that John Lasseter went dumpster diving outside of Studio Ghibli when he visited.
Well, it was only in the Miyazaki's office. He wasn't actually in the dumpster, but speaking of dumpsters, let's stop talking about the guy who got canceled for sexual harassment. That's not what this video is about.
Right, okay, so we're here to talk about the lasting impact of Miyazaki's work, how it has affected us personally, and how his art continues to shape the culture.
So, here's what we're doing for GhibliFest 2026.
First things first, a point of clarification. Miyazaki and Studio Ghibli are pretty much synonymous in the culture. Everyone uses them interchangeably. However, every work that Miyazaki has done is not a Ghibli work, and vice versa.
Right. So, for GhibliFest, we will be focusing on the works created by Studio Ghibli that were written and or directed by Miyazaki, as we feel that these are the projects that best represent his storytelling.
So, with that criteria in mind, we will be visiting 13 works throughout the year. However, for those of you that are Miyazaki fans just like us, you'll know that Miyazaki has created 15 works over his storied career.
So what about those other 2 works? Well, before the founding of Studio Ghibli, Miyazaki made 2 other films. The first was Lupin III, The Castle of Cagliostro in 1979.
Yeah, I can never say that either. That one always trips me up.
There's too many letters, too many vowels.
It's the O's. It's the O in the middle of the
It's
word.
the O's.
So, true to Miyazaki's style, this is an action adventure comedy feature with more layers than we can count.
We don't even know why they're chasing her, so who do we help?
The girl.
Should have known.
Maybe one day we'll do a deeper dive into this particular work, but for now, we just want to recognize it for launching one of the most successful storytelling careers in history.
Based on the manga series Lupin the Third by Monkey Punch, the film, much like the manga, follows the titular character, a famous outlaw or infamous, depending on which side of the law you're on. I'm on the wrong side, able to outsmart even Sherlock Holmes.
And if that's not enough to grab your attention, Lupin famously would send calling cards announcing his intention to steal a valuable work or artifact. Talk about confidence.
The financial success of the castle Cagliostro led Miyazaki, along with co-director Isao Takahata and producer Toshio Suzuki, to create Studio Ghibli in 1985.
Not before creating their other pre-Ghibli work. In 1984, in conjunction with Top Craft Animation Studio, Miyazaki, along with Takahata and Suzuki, released one of the most insightful and powerful post-apocalyptic fantasy films of our era, Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind.
You now live at the edge of the jungle, on the verge of extinction.
What are you planning to do to my valley?
Even though it predates Studio Ghibli due to its style, themes, and artfully crafted story, it is widely considered a Ghibli work, often bundled together with other Ghibli titles.
This isn't surprising either, because Nausicaa becomes the foundation for future Ghibli projects, inspiring other pieces the studio undertakes.
This film has not only stood the test of time, but its core message remains incredibly poignant even today.
Based on Miyazaki's manga of the same name, the film follows the titular character as she fights to find a way for humans and nature to coexist.
From its character design to its fantastical setting and landscapes, Nausicaa has received nearly global acclaim for its beautiful animation, landing it on our short list of all-time classic anime.
And it's not just beautifully animated. Nausicaa is the first Miyazaki film scored by composer Joe Hisaishi. And for those of you that are Ghibli fans, you know who this guy is. Marking the beginning of his partnership with the minds behind Studio Ghibli, a partnership that would become legendary.
So with Joe Hisaishi on their roster, the only thing left to do was open the doors, and in 1985, Studio Ghibli was born.
Now, before all of you go running to the comments saying we're totally overshadowing Takahata's contributions to Ghibli by solely focusing on Miyazaki, well, it's our channel, so we can do whatever we want.
Now, hold on. Before you go fire and brimstone, let's focus on why we're focusing, okay? We're only saying that this year's GhibliFest is dedicated to Miyazaki in honor of his 85th birthday, therefore focusing on his work. However, every title in Ghibli's library does command acclaim, and hopefully in the future we'll be able to find some time to visit other projects that with a Takahata lead.
Right. But Studio Ghibli has put together 22 feature films over its 40-year history, in addition to other projects, so it's a little too much for our small weekly YouTube channel to juggle.
Right. So if you do enjoy our content, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help us a little bit, and hopefully continue doing this.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, right?
So,
Yeah.
now that we have paid tribute to the pre-Ghibli era, what can be expected for GhibliFest 2026?
Right. That's the point of this. Back to our announcement. For GhibliFest, we will be visiting the aforementioned 13 Miyazaki-led works in release order.
We'll be discussing each film's themes and messages, the reception and impact they had, and our personal connections to those works.
We will be kicking off GhibliFest on February 6th with Ghibli's inaugural film, Castle in the Sky.
Eric, what about January?
Well, Morgan, Road to Wife will be taking a short hiatus.
Yep, Eric and I are taking a little bit of a breather so that we can recharge. The holidays were kind of long this year.
Yeah. So rest assured, we will be coming back in February with content and not necessarily just GhibliFest. We do have some exciting things planned and some fun, older fun stuff returning, like Name That Anime or Rest's panicked, I guess.
But thank you so much for your support and for supporting the channel. We truly appreciate it. And we look forward to providing more content like this that you'll enjoy. So let us know what you would like to see in this new year.
Here's to an anime-filled year.
Bye for now, everyone.
Bye.